So the Trump administration's war on immigration continues to just ramp up, and just every day I just see more and more just absolutely horrifying stuff. So there's a lot I want to go over in this video. Please stick around, and if you want to use the timestamps in the description below to skip around to different parts, more power to you. Anyways, we're going to go over a new detention center that is being spun up, and this is going to be another infamous one that they're going to brag about how horrific it is and sell merch with it. It's Jesus Christ, man. We're going to cover some immigration enforcement rules that are going to cut undocumented immigrants from getting in-state tuition, like having to pay the in-state tuition rate. We're going to go over that ICE is cutting the age limit for people to, join ICE. So we're allowing for teenagers and the youth to join. We are literally seeing Trump's youth, akin to the Hitler's youth, just unfold before us in real time. And I'm not even being hyperbolic. I am just not. Like, if you can't see the pattern and the playbook that Trump is doing right now, then you need to get your eyes checked. You might need a wellness check too, like a mental fitness check or something. Like, Jesus Christ, man. And then we're going to cover, I have a bunch of tweets that I want to show you from the official ICE account. And oh my God, I'll just save my commentary for when we get to it. Anyways, I digress. First, actually, all three of these articles are from the AP. But anyways, first one, a new immigration detention partnership nicknamed after Indiana's iconic racetrack inspires backlash. Top Trump administration officials boast that a new state partnership to expand immigration detention in India will be the next so-called alligator Alcatraz. However, the agreement is already prompting backlash in the Midwest state, starting with its splashy Speedway Slammer moniker. Yeah, so we have alligator Alcatraz, and now we have Speedway Slammer. This shit is so depraved, bro. Like, have we forgotten that these are human beings being sent there? Where 70 to 90% of the people they are arresting have no criminal record whatsoever. And a lot of them are U.S. citizens. A lot of them are here legally. Like, Jesus Christ. Not that it matters what your status is. No one deserves to be put into these places that they're building, except for maybe themselves. Like, seriously. Here's a closer look at the agreement, the pushback, and Indiana's role in the Trump agenda to aggressively detain and deport people in the country illegally. More beds, not new construction. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem trumpeted the deal late Tuesday, saying Indiana would add 1,000 detention beds for immigrants facing deportations under a revived federal program. On social media, DHS posted an altered image of a race car emblazoned with ICE. I think it's in the thumbnail for this video if it doesn't show it here. I don't have it pulled up on hand. It's with ICE, short for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Obviously, the IndyCar style vehicle is shown rolling past a barbed wire prison wall, and I'm pretty sure this is like AI generated too. So just fun little fact. They love their AI generation. Like they love it. If you're in America illegally, you could find yourself in Indiana Speedway Slammer, Noem said, likening it to the controversial facility built in the Florida Everglades. She added that the new partnership will help remove the worst of our country. They keep fucking saying this, man. And what are they doing? We keep finding out dozens, hundreds of stories of the people that are in Alligator Alcatraz are like, I have legal status, or they have no crimes that they committed. They're just saying this shit, and then they round up and send anyone and everyone there. You need to get this through your fucking head. Stop playing these political team games being like, yeah, I love mass deportations. This is really going to fix our issues because Trump said these people were bad. No. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to simmer down. We're only 4 minutes in. Jesus Christ. However, the India deal doesn't involve construction. Federal funds will be used for space at the Miami Correctional Facility in Bunker Hill, roughly 75 miles north of Indianapolis. The prison's total capacity is 3,100 beds, of which 1,200 are not filled, according to Indiana Department of Correction spokeswoman Annie Guller. Officials did not say when the detentions would start. Details about the partnership and how IDOC can best support those efforts are being determined. The deal is part of the decades-old 287G program, which Trump has revived and expanded. Man, like another day, another like age-old fucking law or act that Trump is invoking to just commit heinous acts like the fucking Alien Enemies Act, which is suspended due process for everyone, basically. It delegates immigration enforcement powers to state and local law enforcement agencies. This is just what we need, dude. Immigrants, attorneys, and advocates have raised a number of concerns about the program, including a lack of oversight. The Florida's detention facility has prompted lawsuits and complaints about poor conditions. Yet we have already been over that. Pushback to borrowed name, that outlandish name, quickly drew backlash, notably from the town of Speedway and Indianapolis suburb, which is home to the iconic racetrack that hosts the Indianapolis 500. This designation was developed and released independently by the federal agency without the town's involvement or prior notice regarding the use of the name Speedway. Officials with the Indiana town of roughly 14,000 said in a statement, our primary focus remains the well-being of our residents, businesses, and visitors. IndyCar officials were also caught off guard. We were unaware of the plans to incorporate our imagery as a part of the announcement, IndyCar said, asking that its intellectual property not be utilized moving forward in relation to this matter. Just sue them, dude. It's what they do to everyone else. Just sue them. The altered image used by DHS featured in IndyCar with the number 5, the same number as the only Mexican driver in the series. Oh my God. I was just a little bit shocked of the coincidences of that and, you know, of what it means. IndyCar driver Pato Ward said Wednesday, I don't think it made a lot of people proud, to say the least. Oh, it made people proud. Just not the right people. An AI-generated image of a car with ice on the sides does not violate anyone's intellectual property rights, DHS said in a statement. Any suggestion to the contrary is absurd. President Donald Trump's border czar Tom Homan said Wednesday that he didn't name the facility. But I'll say this, the work of ICE, the men and women of ICE are trying to do their job with integrity and honor. Yeah, as they're ripping apart families, breaking into people's houses, not identifying themselves, completely masked, not providing warrants, not providing identification, just doing roving patrols and just snatching anyone off the street that has, you know, the classic Family Guy skin color test. That's basically what they're doing. Like, this is how plenty of U.S. citizens have gotten round up. Look at the U.S. citizens who have been round up and detained for days. They all have something in common. Indiana embraces immigration enforcement. Leaders in the Trump administration have already singled out Indiana as a key to their immigration agenda. Braun, a first-time governor and former U.S. senator, has been a strong Trump supporter. In January, Braun signed an executive order directing law enforcement agencies to fully cooperate on immigration enforcement. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, like, what do you want me to say to this shit? Like, they are building concentration camps. They are giving them fun, kooky names, bragging about how dangerous they are. Like, oh, if you escape alligator Alcatraz, you're going to get fucking eaten. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What to know as Trump's immigration crackdown strips tuition breaks from thousands of students. Tens of thousands of U.S. college students without legal resident status are losing access to in-state tuition prices as part of President Donald Trump's crackdown on immigration. The Justice Department has been suing states to end tuition breaks for students without legal residency, starting with Texas in June. It also filed lawsuits in Kentucky, Minnesota, and most recently Oklahoma last year, Florida ended its tuition break for students living there illegally. Federal law prohibits aliens. Oh my God. Why are we dehumanizing these people? Again, I'm not a big tone policer or but there's some terms that we have come to agree are just not appropriate anymore in the year 2025. And they are intentionally using aliens to dehumanize these people. I've gone on this rant like 3 times this week, so I'm not going to do it again. But basically, they are dehumanizing the shit out of immigrants. These are human beings. Most of the people here are not criminals. Most of them are just trying to live a better life, be with their families, raise families, start families. Like, Jesus. Oh, my God. Okay. Federal law prohibits aliens not lawfully present in the United States from getting in-state tuition benefits that are denied to out-of-state U.S. citizens, the Justice Department argued in a lawsuit this month in Oklahoma. Yeah, what about states' rights, dude? Like, why is why are we wasting our time on this? Okay, I don't give a shit what tuition rates that undocumented immigrants get. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. It's not the reason why colleges are so expensive. It's not the reason for anything negative in this country, unless you can point to me a study that says otherwise. Like, this is so silly. This is so silly and so stupid. But people, honest to God, think this is going to improve the United States of America somehow. Dumb shit like this. Okay. I don't need the history. I'm seeing fucking red, dude. And here's a fun one. Homeland Security removes age limits for ICE recruits to boost hiring for Trump deportations. The Department of Homeland Security said Wednesday that it is removing age limits for new hires, the agency responsible for immigration enforcement, as it aims to expand hiring after a massive infusion of cash from Congress. And by the way, that massive infusion of cash now makes ICE, a internal police force, have a bigger budget than the U.S. Marines, not to mention hundreds of countries around the world. Like, it's in, like, I think the top 10 or 15, like, if you were to rank it against the budget of other countries' militaries. And this is an internal police force. Like, what do you think is going to happen once if they achieve their goal of deporting, the millions of undocumented immigrants? You think they're just going to rip this funding away and all the ICE agents are going to, ride off into the sunset? No. They're coming for you next. They're coming for me next. Trump's already talked about denaturalization and looking at homegrown threats or whatever. Wake up, you fucking idiots. Anyone who supports this, wake up, wake up. I am not your enemy. This administration is. It's that simple. But so yeah, like, okay. So we now have the Trump youth, and that's fun. Now let's look at some of these insane tweets coming from ICE, an internal police force. Like, these are straight up like military ads. And even if this was for the military, I'd be like, this is a little bit like too dictatory and just a bit too like weird for me. Okay. So all of these are going to be from @ICE.gov, the official Immigration and Customs Enforcement page. So answer the call to service. Defend your family. Defend your neighbor. Defend the homeland. Defend the homeland? Excuse you? The fuck are you talking about? You're not supposed to be military. What do you mean defend the homeland? Against, these fucking people coming here to try to live a better life? People coming here that studies show over and over again commit significantly less crime than natural-born citizens? Look at the FBI reports from 2024 that we just covered. If Trump's whole theory of Biden letting in millions and millions of undocumented immigrants were true, then how did crime rates continue to go down under Joe Biden when they peaked in 2020 under Trump? And I'm not saying that was Trump's fault at all, by the way, because I can be fair about it. I can look and be like, oh yeah, there was a pandemic there, so of course there's going to be a spike. Jesus Christ. Okay. Next. Your country needs you now more than ever. Defend the homeland. And then a picture of Donald Trump. Defend the homeland. Join ICE today. What do you mean defend the homeland? This ain't an ad for the U.S. Army, dog. This ain't an ad for the Coast Guard or some shit. Defend the homeland. What do you mean defend the homeland? Why are we like using this? I don't know how to like put it into words to explain it how I'm thinking, but like, you don't understand what I'm saying? We're talking about immigrations and customs enforcement. Defend the homeland? What? Defend the fucking fatherland, am I right? Jesus. Next one. The First Amendment protects peaceful protests, not assault and battery. ICE officers are real people risking their lives to protect the same U.S. communities they and their families live in. Tempers may flare, but violence has consequences. Think before you react. It's a bit ominous, but like, yeah, fuck off trying to fucking humanize these people, all right? I'm going to say it. ICE, the next person running on the Democratic ticket, if one of your top campaign issues doesn't involve abolishing ICE And bonus points, redirect that funding to something actually good, like universal health care, a federal jobs guarantee. Like, we could do like some shit like, we're going to build high-speed rail everywhere, we're going to rebuild our infrastructure, or we're free education, higher education, or fucking what else? There's so much shit to do. Bonus points if you can tag it with a good agenda, like we're going to abolish ICE and we're going to give you health care. Like, stuff like that. That's how you win. But yeah, and like all these ICE agents, the real people risking their lives to protect the same U.S. communities and blah, 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 blah. Nuremberg trials, Nuremberg trials, Nuremberg trials. You are all Gestapo thugs. And if there is like any moral justice, and if history truly does bend towards like the, you know, the moral right good or whatever, then every single person in ICE right now who hasn't resigned out of disgrace and shame should be tried. Oh, God. It's just... And like, by the way, it's always ICE and it's always law enforcement that are like 98% of the time instigating any violence at protest. How many protests do I have to watch where people are peacefully protesting and tear gas starts getting launched in and they start spraying fucking rubber bullets at people? Like, what are we talking about? Protect, serve, deport, this cheesy shit. America needs you. Join ICE now. Like, whoa. Like, what is this? Like a mass mobilization for ICE? The Gestapo? Does this not like does this not like raise any alarms or red flags for you? ICE Gov is hiring. Help protect the homeland. One criminal illegal alien, one trafficker, one predator at a time. Like, bro. Oh, hey, wait. Help deport criminal illegal alien pedophiles. Dude, no one in this administration, no one in the Republican Party has, except for like Thomas Massey, has the right to say anything about pedophiles. All right. Your whole party is defending pedophiles. Your whole party is defending a president who is a pedophile. Like, Epstein stuff aside, the dude owned a teen beauty pageant with people as young as 15 years old. He had spa workers that were as young as 14 years old. That alone is just weird. Weird. I'm sorry. If you were that kind of person to own those kind of businesses and have 14-year-olds at your spa and shit, I'm sorry. I don't want anything to do with you, Epstein or not. And then the cherry on top is this is when he was the closest with Epstein. Like, and then you can find all the lewd and just sexual comments that Trump has made about like his daughter when she was underage, and just even women or girls who are underage, where he's like, yeah, I think she was like 17 or 18. She was beautiful. Like, there's so much shit out there. No one, like, Republicans just have like a complete blind spot to it. Anyways, pedophiles, murderers, scammers, cartel members, drug dealers, and thieves. Bro, okay. Fuck you. Like, every study on U.S. immigration shows that undocumented and documented immigrants of all statuses, commit significantly less crime than natural U.S. citizens. Look at the FBI reports that just came out that completely debunked Trump's and the Republicans' whole, like, millions and millions of bad people, cartel members, pedophiles, and drug dealers, traffickers, all coming in. So that was a lie. That was a lie, because crime continued to decline despite Biden's open borders. Like, I don't know how there's so much of the country that still eats this shit up, man. Like, goddamn. Abolish ICE. Try. Everyone in it should be tried. Like, my God. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.